it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thanks for watching my tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you this lovely bag as part of my Daisy week. Very similar to the second small bag, I think the second project I put up this week, which was that small little white bag. It's exactly the same style as that one, obviously just the measurements are different. So this is a much bigger bag. This one measures, quickly have a look here. It is just over 2 inches wide by 9 inches long, and then you're looking at about 4 and 3/8 of an inch tall. So it's a really, really good size. Fit lots of nice goodies in it, and again, just the same. I've just put 2 little Velcro dots there, and it opens up, and you've got a really nice big opening. So it's a handbag style. So you like so, and it's just really, really nice. And then I just finished it with my lovely daisies, 3 big daisies on the front. So super straightforward, super easy. You could do this with any prints, any designs, anything. It's just a really nice bag to give as a gift to somebody. So let's crack on and make this one. So you're going to need, just grab my scoreboard again there. So you will need 2 pieces of ribbon. The length is entirely up to you, depending on how long you want your handles here. But if you want them the same as the ones that I have, these measure, what, 12, 13, 14, say about 15 inches each, because you need to be able to tie the knots at the end and then you'll cut a bit off. So, but that bit's obviously entirely up to you. Then you need 3 lovely big daisies. So I've already die cut all of mine. If it's the first video you're watching of my Daisy week, this is the set. So it's a flower set that I purchased on eBay. I will share the link in my blog, and I have shared it on every of the other Daisy projects this week. They had sold out and then they went back on. I believe they might be sold out again, but there are a few other websites that sell them as well. They're from China, but this is a UK seller, and I paid £4 something for them, so very inexpensive and very good. Excuse me. So this is what you get in the set, and I've been throughout the week using this little piece which gives you your middle of the flowers, and then you've got your different sizes there. They do form different flowers as well. I'm learning a lot about flowers as I do all these projects. So chrysanthemum, is it? I'm probably saying it wrong, is this on top, and I believe that on top as well. So there's lots of different variations you can do, but for the daisy I've just used these, cut 2 of each one, 2 out at a time, and then layered them on top, and that gives you that lovely daisy. So you need 3 of those. And then you need 2 pieces of cardstock. So these measure, so it's 2 pieces of A4 card. A4 card does vary slightly on the longest side. So these ones are coming in just under 11 3/8. So some come in at 11 3, sorry, this is 11 5/8, not 3/8. Some of them come in at 11 3/4 of an inch. This is just shy of that, but don't worry, because this is just a tab. So this is just what you're going to be using to stick it down. So if it's a little bit shorter, it won't affect the project. So you need 2 pieces of them. So one piece is the full 11 and whatever it is that you have with your A4 card, and then along the other side it's the 8 1/4, which is again the standard A4 width of the card. So that's always bang on. I've never had a piece of A4 that's less or more than that, but sometimes they do just slightly, that 1/8 of an inch, they do have them sometimes a bit longer or shorter, so, but don't worry. So that's what you need there. And then the second piece, again, is exactly the same length again, so that 11 3/4, 5/8, and then by 6 1/2. So you just need to cut that one down. Okay, so starting first of all with the biggest piece of card, along the longest side first, you're going to score at 9 inches and 11 inches, and then rotate it onto the shorter side, and you're going to score at 2 inches and 6 1/2 inches, and then flip it back again so that you've got the tab on the far right hand side, and you just want to, with your tool there, you just want to put a little notch at 10 inches, just so you get yourself a little dot there. Okay, pop that to one side, grab your other sheet, and again along the longest side you want to score at 9 and 11, and while you're here on that 10 inches you just want to put a little notch there again. and then flip it onto the shorter side, the 6.5, and you're going to score at 2 inches. Okay, so that's all the scoring done. So now you need to grab your bone tool, and we're just going to burnish all of our edges. So either piece of card, it doesn't matter. This is a recycled paper that I purchased. It's really nice, but it has little imperforations in it, so you can see there's like a little lump, so it's obviously where a bigger bit of paper's been mushed together with it. And on this one here, I didn't notice, it's got this little marking here where it's obviously a bit of a darker bit of paper's got in with it. But I'll put a little, I don't know, hopefully the bottom of the daisy will cover it anyway, but if you did pick it up in the video, I am aware it's there. Okay, so that's all the sides burnished. So with the biggest piece first, grab a pair of scissors, and we are going to cut out this bottom. So with the bottom side here, you want the square and the tab on your right hand side. Just going to cut that bottom tab out. I just thought I needed to show you one more piece of scoring actually. So just cut that one out, and then lie this back down again, and with your ruler, what you want to do is you're going to score. Let me get the glue off a bit there. So where you put that little notch earlier, put your tool back on that notch, and with your ruler you want to just line it up so it's straight all the way down, and you're going to score past that first score line, because we are actually going to cut that out in a minute, but you're going to score down past that first score line, and then you're going to score all the way down, so you're about an inch up from that score line there, that last one. So score all the way down till about there. Doesn't matter if you go a bit further or a bit higher. All that's going to, basically what we're creating is this triangle here. So you can see how far I've gone down, and then we're just going to score out that triangle. So there's my score line there, and then all you want to do is then from the corner of this rectangle panel here, you're just going to join it up to the bottom of that, and that will just give you that nice fold detail like so. There we go. Alright, so that's that one done there, and then again just grab your other piece of paper. You can see we've already cut that one out, which we will do on that other piece in a minute. So from there again just go down and just roughly, you don't need to measure it against the other one, because it just it doesn't make a massive difference if they're slightly out on each side, but it does create that nice fold. Just make sure you get those corners together. There you go, you can see that one there. Okay, so just go back to that one that we cut out before, and what we're going to do now is turn it on the side with the tab facing you, and you're going to cut right across that first score line all the way to that second score line, neat as you can, because this will be exposed, and then cut down, so you're cutting that piece out, because this is going to be your little kind of closure on the top. Okay, and then rotate it again back onto the bottom, and you're just going to cut up that other score line like so. So you've got that tab, and what you can do here is just with this piece, just notch it out slightly, just so you get a nice finish with that one, like so. And I'm just going to take a little bit off of that one as well, not too much, because you might see that with your base, and just a little bit. You can see how much I'm taking off. There's such a tiny amount, but it does make a difference. Okay, get rid of those, and then grab yourself, if you have one, grab yourself a corner punch. If you don't worry, but you can see here I just cornered the edges there, so I'm just going to do that one and do it. Oh. Can't get it in that bit. How did I do it? Am I being really stupid? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay, so grab this other piece, and we are going to, so with the thick tab facing you, you want to cut up again that bottom one, and then again the next one, and cut that out like so. So again, this tab here, I have to do that on the other one as well, just notch that out, and then just again shear off a little bit on each of those, and again just take a little bit off there. Do that, and then again, sorry, I should have done this one as well, just like I said, just notch those out so it's a bit easier to stick down. Okay, so that's everything done there, and then just lift up and just kind of just push a little bit of pressure just on those lines, just to kind of shape them a bit, because you want them to go in like that, because that's going to form the side of the box. And again here, just pinching it. You don't need to use your bone tool or anything. There we go. Okay, so what you're going to do now is basically this piece is going to stick in here, so you've got one long piece, and then we're going to wrap round, stick the other piece, and then we'll stick the bottom down. So grab yourself some tacky glue or some fuse, anything that you have available. I'm just going to use a bit of mine here, like so. There we go. Just make sure you get a nice finish on that. This will it's the back of the box, but still you want it to look nice there. And then turn it over. And then I'm just trying to think the easiest way to do this, whether it's with it lying down, which it probably will be. So what we'll do actually now, before we stick that piece down, sorry, it's been a few days since I made this box originally, so I'm just trying to go back and remember how I did this one. So what I'll do here is just measure, yeah, so it's 2 inches in. So what you want to do is, and then it was, what was that, 1 3/4. So roughly what you want to do is, so we've got one, so do 2 inches in, just put my thing there roughly, and then it was 1 1/2, 1 3/4, oh there you go, that's perfect. And all you want to do is, I've got one of these like foam mats, whatever it is you might have, so I'm just going to put a little mark there, and then with my other end of it, the thinner end, I'm just going to push a hole through it there. Now the reason I've had to do it like this is on the other one I used my hole punch, but my hole punch doesn't go down as far. This is too much, too wide. So if you do have a tool that can allow that, then perfect, but this is fine, because when we feed the ribbon through you don't even see the hole anyway, so it's just the easiest way that I found to do it. So again, on this side I just keep that underneath there, and again just line it up this time with that one, and just come in from 2 inches, so it's roughly there. Okay, and then we'll flip it over, and you just want to do the same again there. So I just roughly line it up from that dot on that side, and get so I can see 2, and then this isn't my name, by the way, this is my mum's. If any of you wonder when you see these things, because I have one as well which I use, but I am currently using my mum's at the moment, so that's why it's got her name on it, and then that one there. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can finish sticking it down. So what you want to do now is, with it facing this way, with this tab on the left hand side, pop a bit of glue again on that outer tab, and then if you just literally fold this piece across, it will sit perfectly, and you can line it up like so, and then you can really kind of play around with those side pieces there. You can see they all stick down well. Now what you want to do is you want to stick this piece down last, because this is the front, so if you just fold that piece up, and then what you want to do is fold that back piece down, and then we're going to stick on the back of these two here. So just roughly, you don't have to be too careful with it, it's just to stick them in place, because when that top one goes down, that's going to be the one to hold it all properly. and then we'll turn it on its front in a minute, and you'll be able to apply some pressure on it all properly. So just do that for the minute, and then with this bit here, it'll be a bit more. Don't worry if it comes up, because it's, like I said, in a minute you're going to put pressure on it. And just get out to those edges, because you don't want any of that coming undone. There we go. And fold that last piece over, and then put it down, and then grab your ruler and just run that all the way down. And then you know you've got a real nice base. So you've got a nice reinforced base with the 2 layers of card. You can spread all that glue out like so. And there you go. And you'll see that those dots come just underneath the handle, which is what we want, so that we can open and close it, okay? So I'm just going to get my 3 daisies, and starting with the one in the middle first. Whenever you've got an odd number, always start from the middle, and then you'll know that you'll get them equally on the, equal each time when you put the others down. So just get it in the middle there, where you're happy with, like so. Put that one. Push it in a little bit there so it's kind of layered up a bit. This glue is coming to an end, and to fill it up. And again, there, I'm just going to kind of hook it under a little bit. And just make sure they're all down. And now you just need to put your ribbon in. So grab one of the pieces, and like I said, because now you're pushing in that way, you're just going to completely hide the hole anyway with the ribbon, and just pop a knot in the end. Just try and equally, do the knot at kind of the same end. It's always usually about 1 inch that I've got left over, so I know I'm going to roughly have the same on each side. So there's one of my handles, like so. And just do the other side, and then the Velcro dots. Oh, I forgot to mention your Velcro dots at the beginning. I'll put a little message up just to remind that you also need some Velcro dots or magnets. I know a lot of people use magnets. I don't know, I don't always get along great with the magnets. See, I think they're too bulky with some of the things I use them for, whereas the Velcro just I don't know, always seems to work really well. And you can colour Velcro in. I've done that in one of my projects, which I did mention about, which is a really good idea. So if it is exposed, or the white doesn't look right against some of the colours, you can obviously do that. And when you put the back one in, just kind of hold them both so you can kind of gauge how long that's going to be. So if I knot one side, easiest to do that first. So pull that one through, and then I can see pull that through. Like so. There we go. And then just the Velcro. So I've just got these ones here. These are clear. And those ones are already set up. Yeah, I put them all in their pairs. So I'm just going to cut 2 out. Again, cut that in half. And then you just need to peel one of the sides off. And I'm going to do it on here. So I'll put one on there, and then peel the other side off. These ones are super strong. There we go. And then again, just roughly line up that other one. out. A little bit fiddly, but there we go. So you can see there where I've put mine. And then just fold it all over. And as soon as it hits, it's like that red tape, it sticks, so you've got to get it right. There we go. A lovely little bag. And then the Velcro will, like I said, it sticks straight away. And there you have it. A lovely little handbag. So like I said, very straightforward, a little bit fiddly at the end there, but a lovely, easy bag to make. And there's my two for my Daisy week. Can't both fit in the screen, but there you go, you get the idea. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, nice and easy, quick to do, and you can get lots in these ones, and they're perfect for little parties, little girls, things like that. Nice little handbag style. So hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you did, and please subscribe to my channel to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.